Hi, my name is Barb Grzywinski. Today I'm here at Harvest Moon Acres with Addy Garofalo, who's the herd manager, and Dr. Dave Mueller from Kiel Vet Clinic. Today we'll be talking about pre-fresh diets, and in particular the diet that's fed here at Harvest Moon. So in a previous video I mentioned that there are 3 types of diets we feed to control milk fever. One is the strong cornstarch diet that works by low potassium to reduce the risk of milk fever. Another is an anionic salt diet that acidifies the cow so that she can quickly mobilize calcium from her bone. And a third one is a clay binder that helps bind the calcium in the diet to give a low calcium diet to the cow. And that's what Harvest Moon uses here. It's a product called X-Zelit, which is relatively new to some areas of our trade territory. So the way X-Zelit works is that very low calcium diets reduce the risk of milk fever. And in Wisconsin, our feed stuff has too much calcium, so it needs a little help. We add the X-Zelit on top of a low calcium diet, and then what the cow can absorb in calcium is very low, and that's what helps reduce the risk of milk fever. Because that we are focused on a low calcium diet, we can actually feed more potassium in that ration than we do in an anionic salt diet or a cornstarch straw diet. So that means for your farm that you can use some of your haylage that you couldn't use with the other 2 diets. So Harvest Moon was on the cornstarch straw diet, and now we've been on X-Zelit. Addy, what have you seen in the rate of milk fever since we started that with X-Zelit?
Our cases of milk fever have definitely decreased. I would say it's almost close to none.
And what about the bolus and IV calcium usage?
Same story. We rarely give a bolus of calcium to a cow. Our twin cows or our older cows that may be a problem, we will give a bolus to as a precaution, but it's really close to none as well.
And have you noticed anything else with the other metabolic disorders?
Our metabolic disorders definitely have lessened. Here and there we may have a hiccup, whether that be to weather changes or feed quality. Sometimes those things that are not in our control. But the metabolic disorders are definitely much more manageable on X-Zelit.
Okay. All right. And Dr. Mueller, the customers that you have on X-Zelit, what have you noticed on your herds?
The herds that we've done a little bit of work with looking at the calcium levels, first on the anionic salt diets and then on the X-Zelit, and both herds have improved. The one with the most accurate data, I would say we've improved 0.8 of a point on the calcium levels, and that has led to I think less metabolic issues and certainly less down cow issues. The other data that we have is a larger herd, and we've seen about a pound of dry matter intake increase in the pre-fresh diets of those cows, which I think we'd all agree would increase the increase in dry matter intake would improve metabolic issues with ketosis and help them through the freshening process a little bit. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dave. And another aspect of X-Zelit that I'd like to discuss is the time spent in pre-fresh. So Addy, how has that changed here for you?
So our cows now that are on the X-Zelit diet are moved over to our pre-fresh pen 14 days prior to calving, rather than the 21 days when they were on the low potassium diet.
Okay. So how has that affected the space they have to lay down now?
It definitely keeps our numbers down in our pre-fresh pen, which also helps things to keep moving along, and which all in all will make extra space for all our cows, which they definitely benefit from.
All right, sounds good. All right, Dave, do you have anything you would like to add?
I think I'm pretty pleased with the changes that have occurred, and the herds that have changed, I think, have found that there's more consistency, and I think when there's consistency, it's a little bit easier to manage the labor and the health of the animal. So I think that might be one of the bigger things, in whether it's 0.6 of a point or a full point. I don't know if that matters a lot, but when everything is consistent and we don't have to go through the bolusing or the IVing or the sub-Q calciums, it simplifies the fresh pen, and I think they can concentrate more on improving the performance instead of just saving the cow, which I think is valuable.
All right. So overall, if you're not happy with your post-fresh cow performance, talk to your CP Feeds representative, talk to your veterinarian. Both would be happy to help you out. And thank you, Addy, and thank you, Dave, for helping with the video, and thanks for watching.